Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today, and I don't know that I'm going to keep that intro because I've filmed like 4 or 5 other intros. Anyway, we are at a point now with one of the casting projects that we did to do the last finish. We do this finish, it dries, we give it to the customer. And so we wanted to show you guys what it looked like. So this is our piece. You can zoom in if you want. And here's the casting that we did. I'm gonna kind of turn it, but slowly turn it. I'm gonna give everything away. But husband and wife hand, and it sits on this beautiful base, which is a log. It's is it deadwood or driftwood? It's a driftwood
at Gross Reservoir.
Huh?
Driftwood that we found at Gross Reservoir, local.
Okay. Go back now. Sorry.
No problem.
Edit that out. Okay. Okay. Sorry. Okay. So this is one of the live castings that we did. It's sitting on a piece of driftwood that my husband and a friend of ours went on a hike and found. And so the casting it has a faux antique bronze finish with patina, and that finish is done on a Hydrocal FGR casting. Just in case anybody wanted the technical terms of the casting. So what we're going to do today is we're going to take the hands off. The hands are completely done. Nothing else is going to be done to them. They've got the finish that they need. However, the log, the driftwood, we didn't actually film doing the resin in there, and I apologize for that. It was our first time using this resin. Anyway, so we filled, it was a hollow log, and it was hollow, like absolutely, it just looked like a curved surface. So we filled the entire thing with resin, and I don't know where the camera is. What about this right here? Can you see that? Oh, it might.
No, you're fine. You were pointing to it.
Anyway, this reaction here was, I don't know if it was a reaction. We're pretty sure that it was the reaction to the,
algae.
Yeah, the algae that was attached to the underbelly of this driftwood. And so, unfortunately, and you can see right in through here as well. And then there's an air bubble, whatever. There's like so many amazing things that you can sit here and stare at. At least I can sit and stare at in this thing. So we have the resin has like filled the entire gap. We turn it over, and through sanding and buffing and polishing, and we've buffed and polished as much as we can here. So what we're going to do is put some resin over the top of it. I'm just going to take a foam brush, and brush it on, heat it up to get all the air bubbles out. And that way all of it'll end up shiny. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Regardless, it's going to give it a better finish. So I have resin over here. Let me that. We're going to prop it on this cheesy, inexpensive baker's rack. I actually think, yeah. We're going to, just so that the resin drips down. And then I can not move that quite so gracefully.
You want the Lazy Susan?
Yes, please. That would be awesome. Because I don't care if it gets, the Lazy Susan gets messed up. This thing is really a cheap.
Obviously. Well,
We should be using a better baker's rack than this, because this is, oh, that's better. So much better. Thank you, baby.
well
Okay.
used.
So I'm going to put this here. I'm literally being weird. I'm looking at all of the points of contact between the wood and the metal just to be 100% sure that it's, you know, I don't want to have to go back and file a whole bunch off. There we go. Okay. We'll set that right there. Okay. I already have the resin pre-measured in a cup or in cups. So I'll put my gloves on. And what we will do is stir up the resin, get it completely incorporated into itself or whatever, and then we'll brush it on. So I did not show you the resin.
Stirred individually first.
I'm
I'm like,
yeah. I did not show you the resin containers. This is a new type of resin that we're using, and I don't know, maybe people don't want to know what the resin is. I don't know. Maybe I'll put the info in the description box below. Either way, the resin is a 2-part resin. And I'm just kind of giving it a quick stir in its own cup. Excuse me. What?
2-part epoxy-based resin.
Oh, okay, sorry. We're using a 2-part epoxy-based resin. I'm just gonna leave that in that cup. I'm not even gonna waste the other cup because it doesn't matter. Sorry. My brain is starting to fade. Oh. And I'm going to make sure that I don't hold this cup with a death grip like I did last time.
Correct.
Because we weren't filming. I don't remember what I was covering with resin. I truly don't remember what I was doing with resin, but it was last week and I was doing something and
Shi's record.
no, because I think that record's been sitting there for, I don't want to talk about that. Because that just reminds me that I have not done a lot of art lately, which is terrible, but whatever. Okay. We may need to open a window. It's already stinking.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm going to do now, since we got the 2 parts mixed, gonna just kind of pour them in on each other. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah. I know, I probably don't need to be this stingy with it, but yeah, whatever. It's resin. This stuff is not inexpensive. I mean, I guess it kind of is. It depends on the type of resin you use. Okay. So, now we're going to stir. And stir. And then we'll go the other way. And we'll stir. And we'll stir some more. I'm sorry. And then we're going to scrape the side. Again, not scraping too hard. I sound like a dork. I'm so sorry.
It's true.
It's true. Did you just say it's true?
No, I said and stir and stir.
Oh, yeah. And stir. And keep stirring now. We're almost there. Don't you know? Okay, seriously. Now I get most of. I mean, I get it. I used to watch videos where people were doing resin and mixing paint, and I'm like, yeah, I really don't think I like watching somebody mix paint unless they're engaging me in the conversation or talking to me, or not just sitting there staring at a cup full of stuff and staring. Wow. I am not making any kind of verbal sense at all, am I? Or is it just all in my head? Okay, so basically what you want to look for is streaks. If you've got streaks, if you move the popsicle stick through the resin and you see a streak or a cloudy line, you're not done stirring. Looks like we're pretty good. So one last scrape, just to make sure. This is way more than we need, I think. All right, so I'm sure you didn't really need the sound effects, but okay. So I'm just gonna dip it in and start brushing it on. It doesn't matter if it, drips off. Doesn't matter at all. Basically, if there's a cavity, I want to make sure that the cavities are thoroughly covered in resin, just to you want to make sure it gets in all the cavities. You want this whole thing to have the same finish. So, and I may, screw myself. We may have enough, or just enough. Depends on how well I get in all these cavities. Because I started talking about cavities and I was like, yes, I want to make sure it's in all the nooks and crannies. There we go. Ooh, there's here. So, this is not probably going to be an amazing sight for you guys. Just kind of sitting there, not quite seeing everything, but I'm gonna just try to make sure I get this covered in every hole. Oh, I was gonna say that's a really nice hole. I'm sorry. What?
Remember that we have a short work time with this stuff compared to
that's
the
right.
other.
That's right. Okay. Sorry. Just got reminded we have a fairly short working time with this product. So I need to be as thorough as I can, quicker. So if I don't talk much, maybe I'll put music over this part. Yeah, we're going to have extra then. If I'm just kind of shoving it in holes.
Well, you can always do a first and then come back and
I will. Oh, I'm excited. I'm so excited. As soon as I turn it towards you, you'll get it. I'm going to do one more big blob of it and let it drip down because that is so pretty. Look at that. You can even do an up close on that one if you want to, because that is. Can you see the crackles in it and where it reacted to the algae, the resin? Wow. Oh, I'm like, why aren't you answering me? Yes, crazy.
yes.
Oh, this thing is seriously causing me stress. It keeps moving. Okay. I know. You would think that this stuff was on my hand with the U, because that's, anyway. So again, just gonna kind of a little bit more liberally brush over and make sure I get it in nooks and crannies. And this is gonna have like a glass finish. It is seriously gonna look like glass.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna hold this. Yes, it's just gonna drip down and everywhere I want it to go. I am loving this side. Really, really, really loving this. The blues starting to pop out.
Oh yeah.
It looks, and I know I'm not seeing a chemical reaction. It is literally just, I don't want to say blobs, but blobs of blobs. There was a chemical reaction right here. And there are loads and loads and loads. Do we have something else that we can put resin on?
Yeah.
Okay. At least this kind of resin. Wow. Nope. Need to shove some in this hole.
Just
What? Are you sure you want to? Oh, okay. My tongue is a little ridiculous. Okay. Oh my.
Yes, that looked beautiful.
This is gorgeous. This is absolutely, yes. Like yes is, yeah, I need to be done. This is starting to firm up. I'm gonna need one of the blue thingies to help